Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 4th. We just finished up. Well, we're almost done schoolwork. Robert is reading his books on the iPad right now. You don't know, we use the Epic app. No, this is not sponsored. We just really like the app. So he's doing in the morning after they're done their school, like anything else we have done. They will get to read. They read for 20 minutes on there, and it actually keeps track of it, which is really great. And so they really like it. So they do that, and then in the afternoon, they have to read to me. So it's like we get the best of both worlds. And that app, it actually can read to you, so that it highlights the sentence as it reads it, which is really cool. But this is our first week back since before Christmas. We stopped schoolwork on the 23rd. So we've had like a week and a half off. Shockingly, it actually went pretty well. We had a couple of minor meltdowns. I honestly was anticipating way worse. Jeffrey's having a little hard time now because he is done and wants to play on the Switch. And the rule is on school days, you don't get to play until after everyone's done. We did try something different today. I wanted to see if this would help. I've seen a few other homeschoolers do this. So I wrote everything out that we have to do today. What we're doing this morning and then what we're doing this afternoon. I want to get into like an afternoon routine. There's one thing that we did not do that I'm moving to this afternoon, which is make a telescope. It wasn't like a big deal. My in-laws had gotten the boys, where is it? Right there. Had gotten them this like telescope kit. It's really cool, so we gotta make it. I kind of knew it was going to be a little much this morning because we also made a weather station for outside because we're tracking it up there. But I didn't want, I put both of them on there and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make the telescope. I think that's going to have to wait till this afternoon. So we are almost done. We're just finishing our reading. And then this afternoon, they have to read to me. We're going to play the space puzzle because we just started our space unit. They're going to play with slime and we're going to make the telescope. So I feel like we're doing good. It's just upset in there. But we will be fine. And Mia, just been chaos. I got laundry going. I still have beds to make. I gotta get dinner in the crock pot because like I said, we're already done school. And like I said, it actually went pretty well. Math, I felt like we could have done a little bit more, but everything else had been going so well that I didn't push it because they were doing great. And then it was like math was like towards the end and they were kind of starting to lose steam. They did enough that I'm like, okay, that's fine for today. But I'm like, all right, we'll just do more later in the week, which is fine. But I thought I would take you through like today and tomorrow. I think I'm going to combine both days because I don't really, there's not much going on today. I do have some organizing I want to get done, but just not much going on. So I thought I'd like do like a 2-day vlog. I might start doing weekly, just depends on my mood. But today we're just going to do today and tomorrow. So we started our day, like I said, beds need to be made. I gotta get dinner in the crock pot. I'm like doing a lot of crock pot meals this week to just kind of help ease back into the routine. And we kind of, like I said, we got like really lazy during vacation, which I feel like everybody does. So now it's just getting back into the groove of things. And what, Hannah? Did you finish eating or are you still eating? She woke up like right as the boys were starting school this morning. They wanted to start early and she was still sleeping, which is fine. And we've done that before, but it was like total chaos and she hasn't eaten yet. So it's like almost 9:30. So she's eating. I'm going to start making the beds and get dinner on the crock pot. And then I think that Robert should be done reading by then. So then they can play on the Switch for a little while before lunch. And yeah, just kind of also got laundry going. Deal with the crazy child in there. Hopefully everything will go well today. It's just going to be, I knew it was going to be a tough day. And like I said, it's gone pretty well. Jeffrey's having a little meltdown now. But I feel like overall, pretty good start back to the week. Mia, are you trying to swim in the rice? She's having fun while I'm tackling this. So I'm letting it happen. The boys are having some quiet time. Robert's playing Minecraft. I think Jeffrey's watching a movie. Hey, Miss Mia. It's making a big mess, right? Are you having fun? Ah! Oh, yeah, right in your hair. It's all right. You need a bath anyways. Yeah? Because do not all kids do this? Okay, so it's now 1:45. I've been working on an organization project, which now has bins everywhere, but while I was doing it, Mia played with the rice. So now it's all over the place. So I'm going to pick up all the toys so I can vacuum it up. I really needed to throw it out anyways because it was getting kind of old, but I gotta clean this up and vacuum. This is what happens. Alicia was really good. I mean, I've been working on this for like an hour and a half. I did way more than I thought I would, but now it's done, and I'm just gonna clean this up. Well, wouldn't you know? Sorry, you guys are shaking. It's Tuesday. I didn't film the rest of the day. As you saw, I was cleaning up all of the rice, and I picked up the rest of the stuff from cleaning the closet. And let me tell you, I was not expecting to do the whole closet. I thought, okay, maybe I'll just get like a couple of the bins organized, maybe one shelf. So did not think I would be there for like be cleaning it like for 4 hours. Like, well, in a 4-hour span. It took me like probably only like 2.5, but holy cow. But it is done, which I'm grateful for, because I did, I already had a box of toys or like stuff to go to consignment, and now I have another one, and I'm actually going to be going today when Jeffrey has occupational therapy this afternoon, which is great because my nephew who lives with us, he has his day off, and so he's going to watch me and Robert while I take Jeffrey, so I can drop him off, I can run to consignment, and I actually need to go to the Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And it's right next door to the consignment store, so that's great. I can get those errands done and then go pick him up and then come back and figure out dinner, because I think his therapy's at 3:30. I better check my calendar. But the rest of the day, like, it was just clean up, and then all of a sudden it was like 5. I don't even know where the afternoon went. It was like crazy. All of a sudden everyone was hangry, and I'm like, I haven't made dinner yet. I had ours in the crock pot, but the kids didn't want the pork chop or the pork tenderloin. Actually, Mia did. The boys did not. So yeah, it was just crazy. And then this morning, it's actually already, what time is it? It's already 10 o'clock. We've already had school. The kids, like, they had breakfast, and it was like 7:30, and they wanted to start, which is fine. We typically start like between 8 and 9, but today they were just ready to go. And I would say 90% of it went really well. Jeffrey started losing it towards the end. It was like he started, what started was, we had this, like, we're doing space planets right now, and so it was a page that, like, you colored, but there was, like, I was reading to them what it said, and he, like, was just getting so frustrated because he's like, just wanted to color and didn't want to, like, listen to me or listen to what I was saying or the directions, because it was like, you know, color this one, this color, whatever it was. And the reason behind the, you know, they wanted you to color it that way. So I was like trying to explain it to him, and he just couldn't get it. He was just like, I need the markers, I need markers. Like, he couldn't slow down. And then I finally got him to calm down. And then once he started coloring, he, like, ripped the paper while coloring, and then got super upset, and it would just, like, went downhill from there. So he is thankfully, ow, did you just throw a passy at me? That actually kind of hurt. I hit my leg. And it just kind of, like, went downhill. Thankfully he is calm now, and the funny thing is he's doing some schoolwork on the iPad, so he's better. It just, like, it took a turn. And then we tried to make the telescope, which we've been trying to make since yesterday, a way more complicated. It definitely was not, like, the age appropriate like it should have been. It was so much more. So yeah, it was tough. So I was getting frustrated trying to put the thing together and then have them help me, and it just didn't go well. But it's over, we're done, everything is taken care of. Jeffrey has, like, one worksheet that he did half of that he told me that he wanted to finish tomorrow, which I was like, that's fine, because he needed to be done. So right now I am gonna do a few things. I have some laundry left to do. I have a load in the washer and a load in the dryer. And then it's pretty much probably gonna be lunchtime because we eat breakfast so early. So I'm gonna think about lunch. I think I might make, like, a snacky plate for them. We haven't had that in a while. So I think that they'll enjoy that, and then have some quiet time, which I think we all need. And then we have a few things to do this afternoon for school, which I showed you yesterday how I wrote everything down. We were crossing it off. We did it again today, and oh my gosh, they loved it. It was awesome. So I definitely think that is working out. Definitely so glad I did it, because we did do some of the things in the afternoon. We attempted to do the puzzle, but it was a bigger puzzle, and we all just were not into it. Like, we were trying to do the puzzle, sometimes you're just not into it, so it just didn't happen. But today we're gonna play Zingo, and the kids are already excited about that. So I feel like we're getting there, and I'm just still trying to figure out. Yesterday, after I think that I filmed in that last clip, I got a call from Jeffrey's speech therapist, which he has not started speech yet. We've been doing OT for a month. I think this is our month mark. But we've been on the waiting list for speech. And last week she did contact me. We're off the waiting list. So we're actually starting this week. And thankfully we're actually gonna, for her schedule, it's gonna be the same time every week. He has it twice a week. So that, like, I'm glad for that. But now it's like, I've gotta move it into our feng shui. It's gonna be at like 10 in the morning on Mondays and Thursdays, which is fine. Because we're usually done, like, I just said it was almost 10 o'clock. And we are done schoolwork. So it's just on those days I either might take it slow or make a few things more into the afternoon if we're running a little behind, or just, it doesn't matter. We have all day. We could do it when we get back too, even though it'll probably be lunch. But then also, because it's on a Thursday, I'm actually thinking I'll do all my grocery pickups that day while he's in therapy, because I can drop him off at the clinic, and then Harris Teeter's across the street and all this is right down the street. So it's like I could have the other two in the car and they can just watch a movie and have a snack, which they would anyways if I was doing my grocery pickup. So it's like, why not get all of my errands done that day? So it's just figuring out my schedule. I had to move a few things around this week to make that work, which is fine, but it's trying to make everything work. Like, this is all going to work out, but now I'm thinking about it, and like, he's going to have therapy 3 days a week, doing OT and speech, and then he also sees a therapist to help with his moods, which has been going very well, and he sees her like every other week. So it's like every other week we're gonna have 4 appointments and they'll all be on different days. Actually, will they all be on the, oh my gosh, it'll be 4 days in a row, because he'll go Monday for speech, Tuesday for OT, Wednesday he usually sees a therapist, and then Thursday he'll be speech again. That's fine. We did that before. We used to have, actually, instead of the therapist, it was we had early intervention. So we've done that in the past, years ago, when he had everything and was in school. So I feel like this, or like, in public school. So this is better because it's only a couple hours, and because I can move everything around. Yes, baby? Do you need something? Are you hungry? You don't really have much breakfast. You gonna help me make lunch? But, you gonna help me make lunch? Are you getting hungry? Oh, you gonna say hi? Hi. You're getting so big, huh? Look at those curls, huh? All right, I think she's getting hungry. She didn't really have breakfast. Should we make some lunch? Do you want to help me? Or do you just want to go play? Hi. You say hi. You being a little goober? Oh. Oh, you're covering my nose. Oh, do nice. No. We don't hide. We don't hit, right? Yes. Okay, can we go help Robert? You hand sanitizer? She's obsessed with hand sanitizer. So I think we're going to go help Robert get a couple of things, switch the laundry. I think the laundry's going to be switched. And then make some lunch. All right, so I think we're going to do that. And then I'll check in with you guys later. Hopefully it's today and not. So the kids just got finished eating lunch. I sat down to eat lunch. Did you hit your head? Well, be careful. And I come in and she was being very quiet. Oh, you got all your lovey? Who you got? Who's there? You got your dog. And is it Elsa? Where's Elsa? No. No? Is it Elsa? And where's Moana? Oh, we gotta fix her hair, huh? That Moana? We gotta fix it? Okay. Are they all laying down? Are you taking a rest? And your dog? Yes. Oh, is everyone taking He's so silly. She's just like laying down, so quiet. All right, it's 7 o'clock at night. Just put Mia down. I just cleaned the table from dinner. And this is what my house looks like. I just dripped on something. Spill on the couch. That's why the towel's there. Yeah. And yes, you heard me right. It is 7 o'clock at night. Our day just went horrible the rest of the day. I don't want to say horrible, but turn the monitor down. It just was like a meltdown after meltdown. Jeffrey, it was like sensory or something overload all day long, which in turn ended up with a meltdown for over 30 minutes. It was actually about 3 o'clock. I was trying to get him ready to leave to go to therapy, and he was sobbing so bad and having such a hard time. I honestly thought I was gonna have to text her and be like, we have to cancel. Thankfully, he pulled it together somehow. We went, and my nephew who lives with us, he actually was like, I'm gonna order dinner tonight. So I was like, cool, we'll pick it up on our way home, because we would already be out. And so on our way to therapy, I said to Jeffrey, I'm like, do you want McDonald's for dinner tonight? Now I know some people are like, oh, McDonald's, no big deal. We don't do McDonald's very often. I probably, in the past year, can count on one hand how many times my kids have had McDonald's. And yes, I have you propped in my cabinet right now because I'm exhausted. So I actually got the McDonald's for dinner, and because I knew when I got home I wasn't going to want to make dinner. And so Jeffrey's therapy was done at 4:30. We picked up the McDonald's. We picked up our sushi. Sushi wasn't ready, so we had to wait. So we didn't get home until 5:30. I came in to this mess, which is still here. I think more has happened. And it's not that my nephew, he was playing with them. He's not supposed to clean up, but it's like at this point in the night, like it's almost 7:15. I just put Mia down to sleep. Normally the house would be clean. There might be a couple toys out that she was recently playing with, but not like this. And I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the emotional drain of Jeffrey's meltdowns all day. It was tough. It was really, really tough. And I feel defeated as a mom, even though I know they're gonna happen. It's just we don't usually have this many in one day. Like, I think we had like 4 big ones, and the last one, like I said, was over a half an hour. Thankfully, he did pull it together. He did make it all through therapy, and he did really, really well. And it's the occupational therapist, so she's really good. Like, sensory issues are like her thing, so she actually has some ideas for us to maybe like buy some things to help him, or like things we can do. So we're looking into that to kind of help him. I don't know if it's just because those things he would normally have at school, that he would get it out while he's there. I don't know, or if it's just he really needs it as he's getting older. I don't know, but today was really bad. And I have the drain of it, and I feel so tired, but we survived. Jeffrey is better. We talked about it, and I even said to him, like, it was a bad day. He said, yeah. He's like, Mommy, I was sad, I was angry, I was crying, I was happy. I'm like, it was everything today. I'm like, it was. I said, do you want to know what? I'm like, we're gonna have days like that. We really will. I'm like, but it's controlling it, and it's learning how to be, the thing was, there was a couple of times, like, he hit his side on, like, with a table and totally melted down. But I didn't see what happened. I had my back I wasn't looking right at him. I think I was, like, changing Mia's diaper. So he came in hysterical, and he, like, was pointing at his side, just, like, mumbling, like, I couldn't understand him. And I'm like, Jeffrey, you have to, let's calm down. I understand something hurts. I said, but you have to calm down, and you need to, like, use your words, because all he's doing lately is grunting, and it's tough. So this vlog did not go as planned. I thought, oh cool, I'll do 2 days, it'll be great. This was like the worst. Like, it's just like, I'm so done right now. But this is real life. This is real mom life. And I even, after I dropped him off at therapy, I called Ed to talk, to vent a little, because I hadn't talked to him in like hours. And I'm like, I feel like a horrible mom. He goes, if you feel like a horrible mom, that means you're doing your job. Kind of, right? But it was like, I started crying in the car. I'm like, I have to pull it together because I have to go to consignment. I have to get it done. Thankfully, I did get it done. And they took everything but like 3 items, which was great because I had 2 massive bags. Like, I had totes. Oh, so I was so excited. And I did get to the Dollar Tree, which was great. They have a lot of good Valentine's like crafts right now. So I picked up some to do with the kids. They weren't very excited when I got home because they were hangry. So I needed to feed them. But I feel like overall it could have been a worse day. So it wasn't that bad. But I'm just looking at our little forky needed to be glued. He popped apart. So yeah, and he just fell over. So I wanted to make sure he was not glued to my microwave because I may have already glued him to the microwave when I stood him up. That's the night I'm having. But anyways, now that I've rambled on again, I am going to clean this house. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It could be so much worse. Like, there's no Lego all over the place. And the boys did clean their room for me, but I didn't make them clean out here because they were done. And like I said, Jeffrey was done. But they did do their room. They're resting right now. They're having their quiet time with their tablets. And let me tell you, Jeffrey especially needs it. And he even said, he came out, Ed and I were sitting eating dinner. They had just, the kids had eaten. And we were talking to him. And he goes, the day's almost over, right? Like, it is almost over because he's just so done. Like, you can tell it's draining him. Like, I would say for the past hour, he's like been yawning like crazy. Like, it wears him out. So I'm hoping everyone takes a good night's sleep. I actually think I'm probably going to take some Tylenol PM because I know I'm going to lay down and then my brain is going to start thinking about all the things that happened today because that's how it happens. But this mama needs some sleep. And just know, if you're having a bad day, feeling like a bad mom, it's okay. Because you know what? A year from now, they're not going to remember this one bad day. So that's that. So I am going to go clean all this up, try to edit this video because I want to get it up for tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. It might not get done. I might edit it in the morning. We'll see how I feel. But I hope you all are doing well. Hopefully next week when I do the vlog, it'll be better. I'm hoping we don't have this same situation, but we're gonna get done. It's one day. It is one day. And though it was bad, it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. So we just take one day at a time. It's okay. I think what it is for me at this point is we don't have these videos very often anymore. If I had talked to you like 3 years ago, we probably had a day like this every week. So for me now, even though we might have a day like this once a month or once every other month, it's still so draining. And I think back to like those days when, you know, yeah, a few years ago it was like once a week, and before that it was like daily. I'm like, my God, like this is draining. And I feel for any mom who is going through anything like this or having issues with any child. It's just so much. And you know, in a day, you know, where we are today in life, it's rough. And that's the thing, is then I feel bad for everybody else, and I feel bad for Jeffrey. I feel bad that he's having to go through this, even though it's nothing I can, you know, I'm doing everything I can to help him. I feel like it's still not enough. So enough of my pity party, because I feel like I'm gonna cry. So you know what, if I cry, I'm gonna cry while cleaning up all the toys and then get it all done so I can put the boys to bed. Maybe Ed and I can watch an episode of something funny and laugh, and then go get a good night's sleep and sleep it off. And tomorrow's a fresh new day. So I hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you next time.